Yeah.
Awesome. Hey guys, welcome to this exclusive interview with the one and only Bebe Winans. He's here with us and we're going to just have some fun with nothing too serious or too formal. We're just going to enjoy ourselves. You are not someone who is new. You know, usually when I do my interviews, I get to tell people, all right, introduce yourself. But I mean, you are someone who doesn't even need all of that kind of introduction. But
you know what? You're never too old to introduce yourself. One of the things that I love about life is introductions. I love people. I love meeting people and introducing myself to people.
Fantastic.
And you never take for granted that everybody knows you.
That's true. That's true. I like that. Okay, so what I was going to say was then, well, we all know you here, but let's go back to the very beginning, to the start. Who is Bebe? Where did all of this begin for you? I know that you are a 6-time Grammy Award winner. And you're the 7th child and youngest male. Is that correct?
Well, my mom and dad had 7 boys straight. I'm the last boy, and the first girl was Cece. Well, Priscilla Marie. My given name is Benjamin. And then my other sisters, Angelique and Deborah, came after Cece. And so, you know, in school and various places, you know, it was our given names that people knew. Bebe and Cece was a nickname all our lives, but
my goodness,
the family and the people at church, they would call us Bebe and Cece. So if anyone called me Benjamin, I was stopping my tracks. It's like, oh, they must really know.
Amazing.
But Detroit, Michigan is where it all started.
Yeah.
And me and my sister left there. I was 17 and she was 15, and we went to Charlotte, North Carolina, and that's where our singing careers started. We weren't a duet. We're not a duet. So we sang with the Jim and Tammy Faye Baker. You know, it was a television ministry, and that's how our nicknames got out as Bebe and Cece. And he put it together as a duet. And so from there on, it's been Bebe and Cece.
It's been Bebe and Cece. Amazing. You know, I like the fact that your given names are not the names that you go by now. Because I always thought Cece and Bebe, but now thank you for letting us all know that, you know, your given names are Benjamin and Cece. Did you say Priscilla? Priscilla, wow, I never knew that.
That's why it's always good to introduce.
Exactly, you're right. So tell us a bit about your experience, you know, serving as an executive music producer for the OWN networks. Just give us a brief about that.
Music has always been a love of my whole family. My mom and dad sang as well. So we were raised in music, not knowing it would be our careers. But one of the things I loved about more than singing was writing. And so I really took that seriously, learned how to write songs from Andre Crouch and the Hawkins. They were our heroes. And so those type of songs I wanted to write. And so, but you have to be bold in order to write something, whether it's a book or music, and put it out there, because it's part of my journey, my ups, my downs, you know, all those things that we endure in life. I wasn't afraid to put it down on a piece of paper and record it and put it out there in the world. So with that came, you know, not only executive producing various television shows, but also writing commercials. You know, I wrote a commercial for Red Cross. I wrote a commercial for Coca-Cola. I love writing, and God has opened doors, and I've never been afraid to go through those doors. So
I like that. Yeah.
I've written a couple of books, but one of the things that I'm most engulfed in for the last 15 years has been a Broadway show that I've written, which is going to come to London as well. But before that gets there, I'm excited for the 60th
Woo, I can't wait to talk about that. 60. Oh my goodness.
Good.
Amazing. There was something you said about you've got to be bold, if you want to write anything, music, books, whatever, you've got to be bold. And I think that, is something young ministers, musicians, artists, writers need to know, because sometimes we're afraid of expressing ourselves because we don't want to offend anyone. We don't want people to say, okay, where are you going with that? But I think, like you said, it is important to be bold and even just take those steps afraid, knowing that not everyone will get it, but there are some people that you've been sent to who will get it.
Exactly. And that's okay. And if you think you're not going to offend, you're crazy. You're going to offend many people. and that's okay, because guess what? Jesus offended a whole lot of people. And he's much better than me in that. But no, you have to be unafraid, unapologetic of where my music goes and who it touches and various other things. And so I've been excited about the doors, not worried about, and that has a lot to do with my upbringing. My father used to tell us all the time, you're going to know who you are before you leave my house. Whoa. And so you get out into the world and they start to tell you who you are. You won't believe them because you already know who
you already know. Wow, that's amazing. That's something I am drumming into the heads of my kids. You've got to know who you are so that when you get out there, you're not confused. My daughter, she's 11 years old. And I said, guys are going to be telling you you're pretty, but you tell them back, I know, not just, oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. I know I'm pretty because mom has told you, dad has told you. So yeah, fantastic. All right, moving on. Your last record, In Jesus' Name. Congrats, by the way, on that. Let's talk about that project.
One of the things that I wasn't really like gearing to do a record for myself, a solo record, but it happened to turn into that because of the musical that I've been writing. And we did regional theaters, in Atlanta and in Washington and Los Angeles, and the last one was in Boston, 5, 6, 9-week runs. And so by doing that, songs came to my heart because I saw God doing things he promised to do in my life through, this journey. And so that's how I wrote, he promised me. Deliver. And then I saw God do things, and don't trust in your talent, but trust in my name. So in Jesus' name, every stronghold is broken. And so these were songs that I was living and seeing God do incredible things in my personal life. Before you knew it, I was like, oh, I need to release this as an album. Wow. And I did.
Well done. Congratulations. I love the fact that, as an artist, and for those who are watching and listening, you think that, oh, I'm so talented. I've written so much. And so I'm just going to write this and it's going to hit, bam. And then God says, no, it's not about you. It's all in the name of Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
You have to learn how to get you out of the way. And so every recording, I'll share this, every recording that me and Cece ever did, when I received it, before it was released, I would hold it in my hand. I would say, God, I've done all I could do. And then I will put it on the dresser and I would say, all right, it's in your hands. Now you take it where you want it to go.
And where you want it to go. That's so important. Just giving him everything. Yeah. Wow. It's like casting all your cares, but in this instance, it's like the music. You gave me this music, but I'm giving it back to you. So do with it whatever you will. Amazing. All right. You are very vocal about Black Lives Matter. You even made a song about it. What's your current stand on that subject?
I work now with this wonderful company that I've been a part of as a songwriter, BMI. And one of the opportunities I've had is to be in diversity, to speak to the CEO about diversity. And by doing that, I've learned so much of the challenges that we have and we're faced with in this life. Now, I wrote that song for Black Lives Matter years ago when we were faced with the same tragic.
Yeah.
And I saw my son in that situation. My son at that time was 14, 15, but he was tall. And so it became really personal to me. And so you have to, again, you're having conversations with your children because they live in a different time.
That's right.
What we were raised in. So again, like you said, you're teaching your daughter who she is at 11. And so we were taught that by my father. And in return, you try to teach that to your children to know who you are. So when you are in situations, you're in control of you. And that's the thing I tell my son, and through the song, you have to be in control of who your spirit, and even in a situation where you're being done wrong. The Bible tells us, love those who despitefully use you.
Yeah.
And those, so, when you're being treated wrong, don't come with wrong. That's a personal choice. That's really a personal choice. Your reaction is a personal choice. And so I've lived some things, and I know how to handle myself in those things. So through that song, I wanted to celebrate our heritage and our people, and to let people know that I matter. But you have to know that you matter before anyone is going to see that you matter.
That's so true. And that is so important. You have to know that you matter. So it's not about just shouting, we matter, Black Lives Matter. If we don't know that we matter, it's all, wow. I didn't see it that way, but thanks. Okay, so I mean, coming from a musical family, with diverse gifting, I mean, you and your sister have, I mean, I'll call that the biggest collaborations ever, but what's your take about collaborations? Is it important? Does it enhance the other artists' growth and process and all of that?
I think I love collaborations because I was collaborating with 9 other siblings all my life. We learned how to share. We learned how our strengths and our weaknesses when you collaborate. So it's something that I absolutely love. I am one of those people, musicians, artists, that love other artists. I enjoy what other people bring to collaboration. So, Cece and I mean, we know each other's strengths, we know each other's weaknesses when we're on the stage. People don't know, but when we've been on the stage together, we're having conversations, laughing. There's times before I'll sing my solo, I'll look at her and I'll tell her, well, I'm gonna blast you off this stage. People aren't going to see you after I do this solo. And she's cracking up. And the audience don't know that we just had
Amazing. I love that energy between the two of you. So I mean, you are a big advocate for collaborations then. If you ever, or have you ever thought about collaborating with an African gospel artist? And if so, who have you thought about?
The name is so hard. I mess up names like crazy, but my father used to do that too. But I collaborated with this incredible artist in South Africa, and I wrote this song called Africa.
Africa,
Africa, God brought you through the struggle, and the struggles made you strong. Africa.
Amazing.
You're the beauty of this world, Africa.
Oh, that's so lovely.
We have Google nowadays, so you can just Google Africa. It's a song that so it was 2 places that I had to make a decision. Was my celebration on turning 60 was going to be in South Africa or London.
And we won. Yay!
You won. We actually want, and I have some people who are kind of angry at me.
I can imagine.
But they have bought tickets and they're flying to London to be a
Wow.
part of the celebration.
Oh my goodness, that's going to be amazing. So you've collaborated with an African gospel artist, and we're looking forward to the Nigerian artist as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I get, you know, again, I stepped away from music as far as performing and traveling, touring 15 years ago, because I've just been behind the scenes. It's something I always loved, being behind the scenes. But I'm excited to come out and to share what I've gone through, because songs is just testimonies. It really is.
Right. That's
about
right.
what you've gone through. And I have a lot to share. So I'm excited to not only share what I've gone through, but bring some friends to London in for the celebration to share what they've gone through. You know, we're gonna have an excited time. And there's more friends. I know you know about Karen Clark, who's the singingest woman in the world, Donnie, and my brother Mark.
Donnie, my goodness. I love Donnie.
But Sean Mitchell is going to be there.
Is he? Wow.
Oh, yes. And there's others that you don't know. So
surprise, right?
So surprise.
Oh my God.
We're giving something I believe that London hasn't seen ever.
Amazing. Do you know, I was going to ask you, so why did you choose London? You know, but I think you've answered that. If you want to add more to that.
It's just one of those places that I've built great friendships with. I fell in love with London the first time I came there. I came with Cece and we were in concert, and we struck up the first song. The music started playing, dun, 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 dun. And I started singing, life was bitter. And before I could sing anything else, London sang the whole song.
Wow.
Me and my sister.
Yeah.
And we looked at each other and said, what is going on here? They knew every word, and they never sat down. And so that was a moment I fell in love with London. I really did. And so I've been coming back ever since. And so I'm just glad to be coming to celebrate a milestone.
A milestone. That is big. Wow. And thank you. London loves you back, and we're super excited and can't wait. Is Cece coming, by the way? Because Cece is my all-time favorite, honestly. My lifelong dream is just to meet Cece.
That's great. Now, like I said, there's some surprises that people don't know. So, you know, we tell everything, but it's going to be good.
It's going to be good. So we're looking forward to it. And it's going to be at the Dominion Chapel on the 16th of September.
Yes. Get the tickets. You can go to www.glowfest, that's GLOFEST international.com. And I love this because you can choose where you're going to sit.
Yeah.
But go now, because I'm telling you,
tickets are just going
like this.
Yeah,
so
I can imagine.
We don't want anybody to be, missed it.
So guys, you heard it. Go get your tickets. We've got to be there. I mean, those of us who are here in the UK, we need to fill up the spaces. So get your tickets. Glowfest.international.
Yeah, Glowfest, www.glowfestinternational.com.
Thank you so much. Just before we finish off, what's your definition of success?
What is the definition for me?
Your definition
of success. Understanding who you are.
Ooh, love it. Love it. I Martha, understand who I am. Do you know what? I think I'll just be taking down notes, everything that you have shared today.
Because success is not what you do, it's who you are.
Ooh,
it really is who you are. And that means understanding who you are empowers you to do what some people don't think you can do.
Wow. Understand who you are. Thank you so much, Bebe. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. And we're looking forward to celebrating your 6 years with you this September. Whoop,
yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye-bye.